Today I am giving you the summary of the drama written by William Shakespeare, The Merchant of Venice. There was a merchant of Venice whose name was Antonio. He was a kind-hearted, noble and gentle man. He was also a wealthy person. He had many ships. He had his trade with the foreign countries. He had many friends, but Bassanio was not a well-to-do. He was handsome, but he had no money to spend on Antonio. Whenever he needed. Bassanio loved Portia, a beautiful and a rich lady of Belmont. He wanted money to make her a valuable present. She was the only daughter of her dead father. She had many visitors at her door. They all come to her with a proposal of marriage, but Bassanio was unable to do so because he was a poor gentleman. He went to Antonio and expressed his desire. Antonio had no money at that time. His all ships were abroad, but he decided to help his friend. Shylock the Jew was a moneylender. The main business of Shylock was of money lending. He was a miser man. He hated Antonio because Antonio insulted him on many times, on many occasions. Antonio sometimes lent money without interest and thus spoiled the business of Shylock. They both hated each other due to their business of money lending. Shylock was always disturbed. He had a revengeful attitude towards Antonio, and so Shylock always wanted to disturb Antonio in his business. When Antonio asked for money, at first he hesitated, but he agreed to lend money only with a purpose: to take revenge. Antonio would have to give a pound of flesh if he would fail to repay back his money in time with interest. Bassanio forbade Antonio and took it as a joke. Antonio signed the bond. 3 months' time was passed for the repayment of the money. Bassanio, with full confidence and hope, reacted. Many suitors came there, but all in vain. Portia's father thought out a plan to her in the selection of a right husband. There was 3 caskets. They were of gold, silver and lead. One of them contained the picture of Portia. She would marry the man who guessed at the right box which contained the picture. The Prince of Morocco chose the golden box because of its brightness, but he found picture of death inside. The condition was that the unsuccessful would never marry to any woman. The Prince of Aragon also fated as he chose the silver box. When Bassanio came, Portia was glad. She loved Bassanio and wished if they were suited. She requested Bassanio to wait for some time. Next she asked, why meanwhile Bassanio watched the boxes, and when the time came, he chose the right one. At this, both were happy. Portia presented Bassanio her right one. At this, both were happy. Portia presented Bassanio her ring. Gressanio, the friend of Bassanio, also fell in love with Nerissa, the maid servant of Portia, and they also got married. Meanwhile, Bassanio received a letter from Antonio. When he read the letter, he turned pale. This letter revealed that Antonio could not repay the money in time, and so he would have to lose his 1 pound of flesh. Portia watched all this, and she wanted the cause of agony. Bassanio told everything to Portia. She was also moved when she heard the pathetic story. She determined to help Antonio. She went to the church and performed there her marriage ceremony. Bassanio and Gressanio left for Venice. Portia consulted her cousin, Dr. Bellario, famous lawyer. She borrowed his robes. She with Nerissa set out for Venice. They both dressed as a maid, Portia a lawyer and Nerissa as her clerk. The case was to be tried by the Duke of Venice. He appealed Shylock to show mercy, but the heart of Shylock did not melt. Portia, under the guise of a learned lawyer, was permitted to plead on behalf of Antonio. Portia also requested Shylock to be merciful. Bassanio was ready to pay him 10 times more money, but Shylock refused to listen to anything. He wanted nothing but a pound of flesh as written in the bond. Portia read the bond very carefully. She told Shylock to take the flesh. Shylock moved towards Antonio. Portia stopped him. She asked him not to spill a drop of blood while cutting the flesh. His property would be fortified if he did so. Shylock was in a great anger. He asked for the offer of Bassanio. Bassanio was ready, but Portia stopped him. Portia said that the few words had his due and nothing more. He was to leave his court, but Portia said that as he managed to take the life of a Venetian, his half property would go to the estate and half to the citizen. The Duke pardoned Shylock. Antonio gave his share to his daughter. Bassanio could not recognize Portia. Bassanio and Antonio were to plead that they wanted to make some present to the liar. Portia wanted to cut a joke on her husband. She asked for the ring. Bassanio forgot his promise and gave her the ring. Nerissa also managed to get the ring from Gressanio. Portia and Nerissa left for Belmont. They put off in the clothes. Bassanio, Antonio, and Gressanio reached a bit late when asked for the ring. Bassanio told the story. Portia pretended to be angry, but when she saw that Bassanio was pretended, she revealed the truth. When they came to know that Portia pleaded the case, they were over glad. They became very happy. Antonio came to know that his ships returned safely. All were happy at the end of the story. Thus, the Merchant of Venice Merchant of Venice is a tragedy and comedy at the same time. So it is called a tragic comedy.